the people vote stand.
Yes.
Let the people vote stand.
Yes.
Let the people vote stand.
Yes.
In Nigeria,
Yes.
let the people vote stand.
Yes. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always stand for right. So we're going to march down the drive back this way. We're going to march down quietly while we sing and call. And when we get to the Nigerian embassy, whoever is there, we will tell them to send the message down and then we will march back, okay? It's not far from here. It's just few steps. So let's go. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight our right. Please, the banner should be in front. The banner.
The banner in front.
Nigerian democracy must please let's calm down a little bit. Hold on, let's get together. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. What we are saying is, we want Nigerian democracy to be saved. We want Nigerian democracy to work the way the UK democracy is working.
Yes.
We want the vote of the people to count.
Yes.
We want the people to vote and let them determine their leader. We don't want a situation where a group of people will sit down and write results of election for Nigeria. Nigeria is the most populous nation in Africa. A crisis in Nigeria will affect the entire world. And what we are saying is, we must save Nigerians' democracy. It is important that the world knows exactly what happened in the last presidential election in Nigeria. The electoral umpire promised, stated a guideline and said that elections would happen at the polling unit, and at the polling unit level, these elections will be pictured, snapped and transmitted straight into a central server. But what happened? On the day of the election, two of the other positions were able to send to the central server, but the one for the presidential election, we were told was a technical glitch, which we know was a lie. And in less than few hours, the electoral umpire and his group of criminals wrote results and announced to the world. And what we are saying is that that must not stand. That must not stand. We are fighting for true democracy in Africa. We are fighting for true democracy in Nigeria. It is the will of the people that must progress. And we are calling on all true lovers of democracy. If you are a true lover of democracy, if you believe in democracy, then this is the time to intervene in what is happening in Nigeria. Nigeria has over 200 million people. A crisis in Nigeria will affect the entire world. This is the time that the international community needs to get involved. UK taxpayers' money of over £5 million was spent for the Nigerian elections. The UK and the British government and the British people have a duty to demand that the money they spend in Nigeria must count. The people's vote must count. It is the people that should determine who is there, and not a few individuals, and not an electoral umpire who is supposed to be neutral. He is the one that woke up in the middle of the night around 4 a.m. and announced a fictitious result. And what we are saying is that the people vote for down. The people vote for down. The people vote for down. We must protect the right of the people to choose their leader.
Yes.
We must protect the right of the people to choose who leads them. It cannot be, we cannot hand it over to a few individuals. The right of Nigerians to elect their leaders must be protected.
Yes.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall all shall always fight for our rights. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. It is important that the world knows exactly what is happening in Nigeria. What we are saying is that the right of the people to choose their leader must be protected.
Yes.
What we are saying is that the British government must take interest in ensuring that the right of citizens to choose their leader is protected.
Yes.
The British government cannot spend £5 million of British taxpayers' money in Nigeria and turn the other eye while we have a fictitious election. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. All we are saying is we need to save Nigeria's democracy. We need to save Nigeria's. We need to save Nigeria's
Democracy.
We need to save Nigeria's
Democracy.
We must save Nigeria's
Democracy.
We must save Nigeria's
Democracy.
We must save Nigeria's
Democracy.
The right of the people to vote must be protected.
Yes.
You shouldn't be intimidated.
Yes.
The Nigerian government has a duty to protect everybody to ensure they vote. What we witnessed in the February 23 election was intimidation. Why the government looked the other way, thugs took over the streets of the country. Why the security agencies looked the other way, thugs from sponsored political organizations decided to take over the street, intimidating people, destroying people. In fact, we have a lot of violence in that election. Nigerian government under Buhari has a duty to provide security, has a duty to ensure that the elections are transparent.
Yes.
The UK government spent £5 million of your taxpayers' money. You work every day, right? So the government took your money, the tax you paid, £5 million, invested it in Nigerian electoral process. What do you think your government should do after putting money in that election? Should it turn the other way? No. The British government has a duty. It is either you get involved or you don't get involved. We don't around people with dual faith. If you don't want to get involved, don't. What we're saying is that they must ensure that transparency happens. INEC must be made to obey its own guidelines. You cannot set rules and decide to do whatever you want to do. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. All we are saying is what? Save Nigerian democracy. All we are saying is what?
Save Nigerian democracy.
All we are saying is what?
Save Nigerian democracy.
All we are saying is what?
Save Nigerian democracy.
The right of the people to choose their leader must be protected. The right of the people to choose who leads them must be protected. No time should the electoral umpire be the one to choose who leads us. The vote of the people must count. And election must happen in an atmosphere of peace, where nobody will be intimidated. We have a situation where the government allows thugs to take reign in Nigerian elections. So what we are saying only people of London, it's important to know exactly what we're doing. The British government spent £5 million in Nigerian election this February. And what we have in that election is where one single person decides to go into his room and write results and decide to declare who he needs to declare. And what we are saying is that if the British taxpayers' money must be spent in Africa for elections, then they also hold it in duty to ensure transparent and democratic process. £5 million of the British taxpayers' money was spent in Nigeria for the election, and it's very, very important that we ensure that that process is clean, transparent, and justifiable. All we are saying is that we need to save Nigerian democracy. What are we saying? What are we saying? Nigeria has a population of over 200 million. Yes. If we allow crisis in that country, you will have a lot of migrant issues in Europe. You will have a lot of migrant issues in Europe. You will have a lot of migrant issues all over the country. We do not want anarchy in our country. We do not want crisis in Nigeria. The right of the people to determine their leaders must be protected. And we are calling on the international community to get involved. Nigerian democracy must be. Nigerian democracy must be. Nigerian democracy must be. We must save Nigerian democracy. If the British government has spent over £5 million to support democracy in Africa, in Nigeria specifically, then they have a duty to ask for a very transparent process. We do not congratulate the progress election. We want a democracy that is similar to what we have in Ethiopia. We want democracy in Africa. We want democracy in Nigeria. We want peace and tranquility in every part of our world. And it is the duty of every rising citizen, it is the duty of the lovers of democracy to ensure that democracy thrives in every part of the world. Nigeria has democracy and back for over 20 years. But what we have is this February elections was a selection. While the people has voted, the electoral umpire decided to write whatever they want as result. And we say that must not stand. That must not stand. And we are calling on the British government to make a statement on this. We know the British has a very good intelligence community. They must have reported accurately on what happened in Nigeria. You would not have spent £5 million of British taxpayers' money with the right intelligence from your intelligence community, and then you will not come out to make a statement. The election in Nigeria was a sham, and it must not stand. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We will always fight for our right. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We must always fight for our right. What are we saying? We need to save democracy in Nigeria. We need to save democracy in Nigeria. We need to save democracy in Nigeria. We need to protect the right of the people to choose their leader. True or false? True. We need to protect the right of the people to transparently select their leader. True or false? True. We need to save democracy in Nigeria. We must save democracy in Nigeria. If the UK government has spent £5 million of taxpayers' money in Nigeria, and with all the paraphernalia of intelligence of the UK government, they should be able to come out openly and tell the citizens exactly what transpires in Nigeria. We will not have a situation where one person or a group of people will subvert the collective will of the people. The electionary process must be transparent. The electoral umpire must obey its own rules. We must protect the right of the people to choose their leader. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We must always fight for our right. Solidarity forever. Solidarity in an election in Nigeria, what would you expect of them?
Accountability.
What would you expect of them?
Accountability.
What would you expect of them? As a British citizen, if you hear that your government spent over £5 million in Nigerian election, what would you expect of them? What would you expect of them? What would you expect of them? Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always stand for our rights. Soli, soli, soli. Solidarity forever. So. Solidarity forever. So. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. Soli, soli, soli. Solidarity forever. So. Solidarity forever. So. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. Soli, soli, soli. Solidarity forever. So. Solidarity forever. So. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. Soli, soli, soli. Solidarity forever. So. Solidarity forever. So. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. We want to ask the British community a very honest question. Simple question. And we need everybody to listen. Anybody in the British community that is paying tax to its government, we want to ask a simple question. If you hear that your government took £5 million of your taxpayers' money and invested in an election in Nigeria, what would you expect of your government? What would you expect of your government? What would you expect of your government? The British system has one of the most intelligent community. They wouldn't have lied to the government. They would have told the government exactly what transpired in Nigeria. And what we are saying is that they have to come out and stand for democracy. They have to come out and stand for democracy. They have to come out and stand for democracy. They have to come out and stand for democracy. We must save Nigerian democracy. Yes. Nigeria is the most populous nation in Africa. Nigeria has a population of over 200 million. Any kind of crisis in that country will trigger a mass immigrant, will trigger migrant issues in the whole of the world. And what we are saying is that Nigeria must be supported to transparently elect its leaders. It is only when you manipulate elections that you are calling out for anarchy. It is only when you manipulate elections that you are calling out for people to disobey the laws. And what we are saying is that the international community must hold Nigeria and the electoral umpire to account. You do not have the right to alter the vote of the people. The people must decide who must lead them. It is not for you to sit in the comfort of your office and write results for elections. It must not stand. It must not. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. We are calling on every lover of democracy. Any nation that supports democracy must ensure that the people are able to choose their leader transparently. We are saying that it is time to intervene and save Nigerian democracy. If that is not done, we are seeing that this might lead into crisis. And a crisis for a country of over 200 million people, we have its effect globally. So we are saying that the February 25th election in Nigeria, and it is important the international community understands what happened in Nigeria. So let us explain it to you in a simple language. there were three positions that was contested. One is the House of Reps, the other one is the Senate, and the third one is the presidency. And the electoral umpire made it clear that once the election is concluded at the polling unit, the results will be snapped. Pictures of the result sheet will be taken and transmitted to a central server where the collation would happen. So what happened at the polling unit? Nationwide, the result of the House of Reps election was snapped and uploaded successfully. The result of the Senate was snapped and uploaded successfully. But when it came to the result of the presidential election, it was snapped and the people were unable to upload it. What could that be? We sent sabotage. And then before we will know it, in few days, in the middle of the night, the electoral umpire compiled numbers from fictitious places. We see results that are cancelled and rewritten, and then decide to announce the people they want as their president. We don't really care who becomes president. But what we are saying is that the process must be transparent. The process must be transparent and fair. We don't care who becomes president. If the people's right to choose who their leader is protected, they will not bother because people will always choose the right president. But a situation where you have a group of people sit down in the comfort of their home and try to manipulate the result of polling these elections, that must not stand. So all we are saying, save Nigeria's democracy. All we are saying, solidarity forever.